Hello and welcome back to All About Community. Again, my name is Robert L. Harrison. When we went to break, I was talking with Dr. Melody Ivory. Dr. Ivory, let's talk for a moment about some of the professional positions that you have held.
Yeah, I've worked in a lot of different industries. I started in St. Louis at Monsanto. Doing computer science work when I was in high school. I've worked at Google. I've worked at Kaiser here in the Bay Area. I have worked at Microsoft in the Seattle area. And I've also been a professor at the University of Washington.
What did you teach at the University of
Information
Washington?
and computer science. So I was an assistant professor in the information school as well as an adjunct in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
Now, how did you get involved in, and I think I can pronounce this right, Thrive C? Did I get it right?
That's great. It's Thrivify.
Thrivify.
Yeah, so it's Thrive minus the E plus a Phi, Thrivify, and it's a verb, and it's really about introducing and infusing your life with thriving. So I talked about the fact that I was in survival mode for a very long time. And I came to a point probably about 3 years ago where I said, this is not working. And I really came to that because, on the surface, I was really successful. I was working at Google, I was working at GE, I made a lot of money, I had, I traveled the world. But the thing is I wasn't moving anywhere. I was moving laterally.
What do you mean you weren't moving anywhere?
Meaning I wasn't moving up. I was stuck in the middle. Like, you know how they talk about that middle management layer?
Yes.
And the glass ceiling. So it was really a triple thick glass ceiling. So despite...
You were a black woman with a PhD and there was a glass ceiling?
Oh, absolutely. I could not, despite being qualified, and always being told I was a rock star everywhere I went in terms of what I produced and what I delivered. I could not get promoted into the management positions.
Why do you think that was, that you couldn't get promoted? Was it just raw discrimination or what?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't just raw discrimination. It was pure discrimination. It was blatant. No, I did protest. Okay. I protest. I protest by changing roles. I protested by changing companies. I protested by changing managers within companies. But I was ultimately just moving laterally, but I could not move up. And it was extremely frustrating to me. And so I made a decision that no more. I wasn't going to do that. And that's when now Thrivify is really me marrying my passion for technology with my passion for thriving and helping elevate thriving in our community. And so that's why I say, okay, I have to build my own because no one is going to, I don't need to allow somebody to let me get where I want to go. I'm just going to make my own way.
Now, when we talk about thriving, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, really, we all have a vision of ourselves and our lives, where we want to be, where we want to go. Like, how we want to be, what do we want to do, what do we want to have? And what gets in the way is the inner obstacles and the outer obstacles. I just talked about the outer obstacles.
Inner obstacle.
Yeah.
Obstacle and the outer obstacle.
Yeah, so the inner obstacles is we have our own human software, like what we believe, what we think, our mindset, and that shapes our reality.
I'm a student of Marcus Garvey, the black Jamaican, who said, if you have no confidence in self, you're twice defeated.
Yes.
In the race of life. With confidence, you have won even before you've started. So I suppose that relates a little bit to what you're talking about?
Oh, absolutely. What I have determined from my life is if I had to express it in an equation, it would be like this. Mindset times movement equals money.
Mindset
times movement equals money.
All right.
Triple M's, right?
Explain that.
So mindset is what we believe, what we value, what we think factors in. movement, what we do. Money is whatever it is we value, whether it's freedom, whether it's thriving, whether it's actual physical money. When we combine our mindset with our movement, if these are in harmony and taking us forward, then we get a positive outcome. We get the positive money. If they're not, then you get a negative outcome and you get the negative money. So we always have to be mindful of, okay, if we're not liking the money that we're seeing over here, whatever that money is for us, then we need to take a look at our mindset, and we need to take a look at our movements or our actions and make those adjustments, because they amplify each other and lead to the money. And ultimately, that's what I was doing when I was going through school and everything. Then when I got into the professional world, that equation was hard to live out. And ultimately, you have to rearrange your life so that you can make that equation work for you.
Yeah, mindset
times movement equals money. Yes.
Now remember that. If you can remember that and practice that, I think you will be better. I'd be better. Matter of fact, we all would be better. We're going to have to take a break, so don't touch that remote. Put it down. We will be right back with All About Community again. My name is Robert L. Harris. I am your host, and I'm speaking with Dr. Melody Ivory.